Welcome back, cool cats. I'm Kitty, and this is Kitty Chronicles podcast where Gen Xers cuss and discuss dating do's and don'ts. My co-host today is the captivating Kelly Cougar.
Meow.
Last week we just do a recap real quick here. We discussed looks and attraction and the importance of the first impression when we are mate shopping.
Mate shopping.
Mate shopping. So if you are just tuning into my podcast, or if you didn't, if you're seeing it for the second time, we discussed on our first podcast that we are here to be mate shopping. So if you're dating out there for casual sex, whatever it is, this probably isn't the podcast for you. We're all out here in this world, in the wild, looking for love connections. So anyway, so last week we were talking about looks and attraction, and we're talking about first looks, everything based on a scale from 1 to 10, what in the looks department, what you were looking for and what you were attracted to at in the first impression, and how important that is. And we were talking about just being organic, back old school, meeting somebody in the wild. So today we're going to be talking about dating apps because at least half of us are doing the dating apps. Oh my god, I need a hug.
Bullshit.
I need a hug. I need a hug.
It's so horrible.
It's so hard.
It's so awful.
So Kelly, I went back in. I went back into Facebook dating this past week. Research purposes only, people. But I'm going to tell you, yeah, maybe I need another hug.
Hugs. Get right into the boobs.
It's always a terrible experience. And the reason why I think it's a terrible experience, at least I can give you the female perspective. I can also give you a little bit of male's perspective because I've talked to a lot of men and I know what they think. So it's the profiles. It's the first look. So you're swiping left, you're swiping right, and you're usually doing it based on that first picture, if not several, look at several other pictures. So what I usually do, I'm going in there and I'm like, all right, the very first picture, the profile picture, is the first one that you actually will. Oh, hell no. Where is it?
Oh, hell no.
Then you're swiping left, right?
Usually it's the one with a fish on it.
Usually, well, that or,
yeah, I don't know what
girls are better at doing selfies or even posting pictures or whatever.
Some girls are better at doing selfies. You all got to stop with that whole duck face thing with big lips and everything.
Yeah, else. There's problems with them. But men, yeah. I love you, but y'all need some serious help.
Have a girl do your selfies.
Have a girl. Well, like if you got a girl doing them, then they don't need to be selfies. They can be full-on pictures.
Have a female friend help you with getting a decent picture to put up.
Right. So I'm in there, right? I inactivate or reactivated my profile, and I'm like, oh god, okay. So I start swiping again, and there's that whole, these are the people that liked you, these are the people that are available, and first of all, I'm going in there. My first thing is I don't want to be dating somebody more than 100 miles away because I've been there, tried that. I mean, I'm not saying that it can't work for somebody, and if you find the right person, that it's great. But I'm seriously at least trying to.
I went to Scotland for a date.
You did?
I did.
You went all the way to Scotland?
I went to Scotland
for a date?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Weeks.
Okay, we're gonna have to spend some time on Kitty's couch talking about that experience because wow.
Yeah, that's a long distance.
Well, I start with that, but then once I run through all the people that are local and I can't find somebody, it's like, okay, now I'm going to have to widen, my range there about that. So you're looking at, you put in your date range, what you're going, like for us, with Gen Xers, we're what, 46 to 63, something like that. So I usually try to date in my range.
We're starting to hit the nursing home age.
Oh God! And you know what?
At the nursing home age.
I'm gonna need another drink because Cheers. I'm just not even ready for that. Cheers. But it is true. So, at any rate, so I'm sitting there and I'm just like, okay, here I am again, and I'm swiping left, swiping right, and I'm seeing the same things that I have seen for the past 5-6 years since my divorce. It's like, guys, I don't. It's like I don't know what you're thinking, but all the pictures that I see seem to be just not even putting your best foot forward, which is what we're trying to do because first impressions are important, right?
There are many.
Oh, hell no.
There's
Pictures
many hell no's.
as the first picture.
Yes, but if it's a maybe picture, which is rare, then I will look at, or most women will look at the other pictures.
Yeah.
I'll scan down to what other pictures you've got, okay? And there's almost always the fish picture. There, So how important is my first question is how important is the first photo of your profile to swiping left or right? So basically that's what we're trying to tell you guys and ladies too.
Because this is how fast we go. We go boom, boom, boom.
Oh,
boom,
yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Sometimes I'll hit them so fast I went, wait, oh shit, I gotta go back because there's so many.
Yeah.
It's
like,
it's
boom,
absolutely
boom, boom.
ridiculous.
You get like less than a second for us to catch our attention, so make it good.
There you go. So, and then same thing for women. I
Yeah.
mean, guys have short attention spans too. Like,
Yeah. Well,
they're gonna want to see. My recommendation, it's like the old school photo. You're from here up, and you really just it needs to be current. You need to be looking directly at the camera. You need to be smiling so we know you have teeth and what condition that they're in. Number
That
one.
is important.
That's important. We like teeth. We like that, that you at least that you have them.
They can be veneer. They can be fake.
Yeah, it doesn't matter as long as you yeah. I don't want to go out and meet you and you open your mouth and I go, okay. So if you have a mouth that's, go to the dentist, get it fixed. I'm sorry. Again, I'm trying to keep it real, right? So not only that, women also want to look at your eyes. They want to see your eyes. I see a ton of guys out there with the sunglasses on, and it's like, and again, I've just been.
What are you hiding?
Exactly.
What
I'm
are you hiding behind those sunglasses?
It's usually crazy eyes.
Crazy eyes.
They're hiding crazy eyes. And it's not even, I think that it isn't even that. I think it's somehow guys just don't know how to take pictures, or they don't realize that all the pictures that for some reason, they look crazy even if they're not crazy in person. I've seen a lot of guys, and I'll give you this, that I've been like, okay, I'm gonna meet this person in real life, and they look 90% of the time they look better in real life than those pictures.
Yeah.
That's not usually the same with women. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. But it is with men. But what you want to know is, I want to see your eyes. I want to see that you have them. It doesn't matter. Did I just say that? Do you have eyes? No, I just want to make sure that they're not, crazy. I'll give you an example. There was a guy that was super nice. He was very attractive looking. He had glasses on in 2 of his profile pictures, and this has been years ago. I wound up talking to him on the phone for like 4 hours. I mean, it was great. Had a great time talking to him. I thought, okay, this is, there's some connections here. I go to meet him, and, of course, I meet him without the glasses on, and his eyes were, I'm sorry, unusually far apart. And what I mean by unusually, like very strange looking. It was very off-putting, and I felt terrible because I'm like, I'm sorry, I've wasted your time, you've wasted my time, and now I've sat there and talked to you for 4 hours on the phone getting to know the real person, and I like that, but
you couldn't get past.
I couldn't get past the eyes, and it's not that. Again, I know that sounds shallow, but
I mean, honestly, it is hard for people when they have something that may not be attractive to everybody, because it is hard to get the time to get to know somebody to look past that.
Right, and
because we are all very superficial.
We are again. We're talking.
Most of us are.
We're talking about at first looks, though. It doesn't even really. Wait. That would be me. No, I'm not. Okay, I'm not superficial to an extent, but yes, I mean, I have what I like. We talked about this in first looks. I look at teeth and eyes,
smile and eyes.
So and
I
then
like
if
an
you
eye,
have
smile,
smiling
and butts.
eyes. So yeah, so those are important
Yeah.
to me. So now I've wasted his time, and and then I felt bad because I really liked the guy. He was really nice.
Yeah.
He had a lot of other things that I thought were great and compatible. So if you have those things, again, put them out there. I mean, let somebody know and see. That way, you're not wasting your time. You're not wasting somebody else's time. And that's just a tip for you. Call it what you want to. We're talking about looks. So your looks are important to somebody. Maybe they're not to somebody else, but you're wasting people's time that it is important to. Is that
Yeah.
fair, right? So yeah, so take the sunglasses off so we can see your eyes. Don't Again, I don't really care about color or anything like that. I don't know, but it does seem like you're hiding something with the glasses.
Yeah.
And even if it's not, you
It's
have
not-
weird eyes. You might
it's-
have
It's not cool looking. If you're trying like,
mean.
"Ooh, I'm so cool wearing sunglasses." Nope.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're not.
Us girls.
I don't mind
do not
seeing
think
one
that's
with
cool.
sunglasses. Guys do look cool in sunglasses. Trust me. Like I've been like, damn, and then they take them off, and I'm like, oh, not so much, So give me a picture after that. But we're talking about the very first picture that they're gonna swipe. That they could, if they're just swiping, that could grab their attention or deflect from it. So that, and also no hat. So same for women. Smile, no hat on your hair, your
Except
real
for ears.
hair,
Except for
except the
ears.
ears. Yeah.
Ears look cute.
Yeah, you can have ears. All you cool cats can have ears. But yeah, so that's important. And then to me, the second picture that you should have is a full length. And again, it doesn't have to be an action shot, but it needs to show
But
well, everything. I would say front view, right?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, you could do
a
the butt
360.
picture later for sure.
do a 360. It goes all the way around.
Yeah, well, they can do that with your
Yes.
your cell phone cameras now. They can do all kinds of fun things. So that leads me to question 2. So how many and what type of pictures should you have?
At least maybe 5.
You think
pictures.
5?
I think 5 pictures. The typical school one up here,
Right.
a full length one, and then other ones where you're doing various things, different kind of poses.
Well, let's
Yeah.
talk about the fish picture because we don't
so
men
many fish pictures.
we don't understand. So I've asked men that do this, and what they tell me is, well, I want to show that I can provide, like I can go out there and
And show me your bank account.
But
If you think you can provide, show me the bank account.
to me, the picture like that doesn't come across that way. Like,
Well,
I
yeah.
don't need you to go out and catch fish for me to have to, bring home to dinner and make sure that me and the kids are going to eat. Like, that's not, to me, that's not a thing. But a lot of guys have said that's why they do it.
I don't eat fish.
I'm not a
So,
huge fish person.
not
I'll
fish.
eat, but I'm not.
Fish.
Yeah. So again,
Doesn't do me any. The picture will not do me any good.
why are you doing it? Why? To me, it says I like fishing. Okay, so that's great. I want to know what your interests are.
I want to picture
And I'm
you on
sure
the
there's plenty of women that like to.
boat. I'd rather see a picture of them on the boat than holding up a dead animal.
There's that too. I mean, I'd almost rather
Why
see
hold
that.
up a dead animal when you can just show me a picture of you hanging on the boat?
Well, and I know some of it is like, so I know there's a friend of mine that's a captain out in
Captain?
Florida. Yeah, he's captain.
Captain. Oh,
we
Captain.
don't say names in
Do you
the
say
podcast
Captain?
here.
Oh, Captain.
But he's a
Captain.
he's a
Oh,
fisherman,
Captain.
and they go out and fish. And man, he'll put some pictures on Facebook, blow your mind. These these catches of the day, these big huge salmon, whatever. Like, so I get it, but I don't think it's appropriate for a dating profile. It's like we want to know what your interests are on the one hand, but we can find that out at a meet and greet.
Yeah.
Action shots are great. That does show your interest. I know a lot of guys out there, they'll put their motorcycle in there or their car in there, which is which is fine. Like, I get that. Like, a lot of motorcycle guys are like, this is what I'm into, and there's a lot of motorcycle women out there that they want the tattooed, bearded motorcycle guy. Look, I get it. So do put your best things forward like that, that will attract the right kind of girl. But I just don't think a fish accomplishes that, and I think it makes a lot of women just go, oh really? And I'll be honest with you, I've literally swiped left because of, oh, there's the fish picture. No, you were a maybe until I saw the fish picture, and it nope. I mean, just again, I'm not every woman, but I think a lot of women that I've talked to, and the consensus of it is just don't put that there. The other thing I've seen is pictures of you with multiple people, other guys.
Oh, and then you have to guess who's who.
Well, not only you have to guess,
You're
you're never the cute one when you do figure out which one it is.
You're like, yeah, because you look at him like, well, could it be him? Could it be him? Could it be him?
And you hope it's him, and it never is.
But if it's not him, then you want to be like, hey, what about your friend?
Right? Your friend single?
Your friend single?
But I'm gonna swipe left on that because I don't.
You don't know which one which.
What does it do? It wastes my time.
Yes.
So no, I don't. Why do you do that? Do you do that thinking that the girl's gonna think it's that your cute friend, married friend,
oh god,
is you?
That's even more disappointing.
I know.
The cute guy's married.
But,
it's like,
but so what? Why do they do it, Kelly? Why? Why do you do it?
Because they want people to give them a little bit more time looking at their profile. They put up several guys up there, and some of them are pretty good looking. They want you to spend a little bit more time on their profile to hopefully that you're going to swipe right.
Does that accomplish anything though?
I don't know. It makes me disappointed.
Seriously?
I don't get it. I think.
And we get tired of trying to guess in games. I mean, let's not even start off with the games right off the bat with the picture. I mean, people play enough games. Men and women play enough games. We don't.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We don't need to start it off with the picture. Like, hey, take a guess at which one I am.
Right. Exactly.
No.
And I
Don't waste my time.
that's the goal here. So dating apps are about that. They're not supposed to be time wasters. They're supposed to be time accelerators, right? They're supposed to make it easy for you to find a mate when you're shopping for mates. But they don't. I think we're in society, and everything has just made it harder, and so that's one of the original reasons for my podcast. It's like it's just become so incredibly difficult, and people just don't know how to navigate online dating, and those that are navigating online dating or using it as a mainstay for their dating purposes don't know how to navigate in the wild anymore either. It's like our generation should know better.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. After I was in a relationship for 5 years, and I was suggested actually by his daughter to go ahead and hop on a dating app, and I did for a half a day, and I got right back off.
A lot of us do.
Cougar Kelly is not on a dating app, so don't go looking for me. I'm not on a dating app because I can't stand them. I spent many years on dating apps, and I thought I was done with them, and I have no intention of going back because it's
the problem is
too hard.
It is too hard, but you get
lonely.
lonely. Like I said, that's why I needed a hug. Oh my God, I went back in, and I had all the tools that I thought I needed, and I was wrong. But I was also right, because there it is again. It's like I get on there. I got off for a year, and I'm like, you know what? I want to meet somebody out in the wild, organic, and I did, but that didn't necessarily work out either. There's a lot of relationships that I know, friends that I know, that have met each other on dating apps, and it worked.
Yeah,
and it was great. Like they. So I'm gonna have some of those success stories on the podcast, but
I've had too many times where I've swiped and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Somebody I'm currently dating's on a surprise.
Well,
how many people have that happened to? By the way, you're like dating somebody, you're thinking serious, And then all of a sudden you're just, okay, granted you're swiping, but your girlfriend or your guy friend could be like, hey, I saw this dude that you're dating on the app, or I saw this girl that you're dating that's on the app. It's like,
I know. You know what? It's become funny at this point. It really has. I got on there, and if I was seriously on there, I would have jumped right off again. But I got in there. I dug in to see if the ashtray was still ashy, and it's smoldering. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, so to get back to what we were talking about, so that first photo, that profile picture, what types of pictures? We don't want other people in the picture. Okay, we don't want to have to try to figure out which one is you. So just keep all the pictures, even their action shots. I mean, if you have to have somebody else in it, great.
The second thing, clear it's you.
Don't have your ex or your sister in the pictures,
or your kids.
Or well, yeah, I was going to say kids too. That was going to be the next thing. But yes, but I've seen several of them. Again, this is just recent, just to reassure and reaffirm that what I was saying was true.
Or you got the ex cut out. There's
a picture God!
Of you, and there's like this space that's just missing, and it's like,
duh, you know what that is.
And
this was a good picture of me, but she was in it.
So we're just gonna edit that part of her out. We don't want to see that either.
Cut it out. Yeah. No, we don't want to see that. We don't want to see your sister because we think that she's the ex. Don't put any, if you can at all help it, don't put any females in the picture, and don't crop them out.
Don't crop them out.
No, well, you can crop them out.
No, you put them in.
If you can crop them out if they're not like all up in like this, and you can tell you've had to carve them out. Don't carve them out.
That's carving. Yeah, don't crop. It's carved.
Right.
It's not cropping. It's carving out.
Right.
You're carving out your ex from your picture.
Right.
That's just
so
rude.
just take new pictures.
Especially if your ex is on Facebook, your ex is on the same dating site, comes across you, and like she realizes that you've carved her out of the picture.
Yeah. Bad form. Yeah. Okay. The next thing I always see guys in the gym pic.
Almost as bad as this.
Right.
This.
Are you okay? Is it just me, or do you like the gym pic?
I don't know. Some are okay, but honestly, seeing somebody hot and sweaty in a gym, I'd rather see them personally hot and sweaty someplace else.
Bingo.
I'd rather find out hot and sweaty on my own.
Well, to me, I don't think it's okay. I understand why, guys. I don't think it's necessarily a bad that you're trying to show that you go to the gym, you're physically fit, you're showing off your muscles. Look, I get it. If I had a fit bod like that and a dude, I'd want to show it off too. But there's better ways, again, to do that. Take a picture of you, with a tank top on or something where we can see that. For me, I don't need to see any nude from here. I don't need to see a bare chest right away. I don't, because I'll tell you this, for me, I think that the guys that put those pictures on there, all they want is sex. That's what I see. Now, I may be way off base, guys. I don't think it's wrong for you to put that out there because you want to show, women that you're physically fit and you've got a, six pack and all that, which is nice. But
isn't that kind of like unwrapping the package early? Isn't it like
it 100%
isn't it more fun just to be able to unpack it and unwrap it yourself?
Yes.
Come on. Well, have a nice shirt on, that type of thing. But
and I think the same thing.
Us discover it.
I think the same thing of women, and it leads to that, sending dick pics and all the, all the stuff that we don't understand. I don't want to see that. You hit a very great point. I want to discover that stuff for myself.
Yes.
But again, if you're not looking for love and you're just putting yourself out there for sex and something casual, then that picture is probably fine. But yes, in the gym, with other people in the background, all the equipment's kind of distracting. you really, as a profile picture, you want most of the picture to be focused, the focal point to be you, and nothing in the background to be distracting from looking
Are we
at
gonna
you.
talk about?
If you're going to do that,
Are we going to talk about women too?
yes, we are.
Oh, okay.
We are. I'm picking.
I didn't read
We're
through
going
all
to
the
pick on
notes.
both sexes
Women,
here.
yeah.
Trust me. So go ahead and pick. Let's talk about women.
Not women. Okay. So when I was on there for like a half a day, I had several pictures and I sent them to my ex-boyfriend's daughter. She's great. I love that girl. Anyways, I had a couple pictures and one was kind of a sexy picture. She's like, don't put that one as your first picture. Put that one as your second picture. You put that one as your first picture, people are going to think you just want sex.
Yes.
I was like, no, because it had been 5 years, or actually a little bit more, that I was off the dating sites, and I was never expecting to go back on them. She's like, just do a very pretty picture, headshot, school shot, pretty pictures, focusing on my eyes. So that was what I first wanted, to catch the attention. And
right.
then, the more sexier picture, that come ahead of me there, picture, was further down the line. Which is true, because I didn't want guys messaging me that just like, hey, just want to like hook up for the night.
No.
Cougar Kelly doesn't want to do any hookups.
Right.
So,
well, and most of us do, and I think and this is part of the origin story, and we're going to do a podcast about my origin story of what started Kitty Chronicles. But my point is just to stay in your lane. If you're on a dating site and you really are looking for a relationship, then stay in that lane. If you're looking for something casual, then stay in that lane and approach people. Those photographs would be more successful with someone that's just looking for the same thing that you're looking for.
Yeah.
If you're really looking for love, I don't need to see your bare chest right now. I don't need to see a gym pic. The bathroom pics too. Again, I'm back to picking on the guys. Sorry.
I'm trying to think. I don't see. Here's my problem though: is I don't see that many women's pictures. I could just go from my own experience. I don't know what kind of pictures women put out there. Because,
I'm going to do some research on that.
Yeah.
Let me stop you. I'm going to go in and I'm going to say that I'm a male, and I'm going to put up. I'm not going to put up any real pictures, and I'm just going to cruise chicks.
Yeah.
And see what the women are doing.
I mean,
I know what I'm doing.
I mean, maybe they're showing a thing of sourdough bread, like a fish. I don't know.
I doubt that. Wouldn't that be funny?
People are just showing sourdough pictures.
Well, well, here's the thing. It would show. Look, I can bake, I can cook, I can.
I do.
And a lot of men want that.
And I do think there's some people I know who, even
happy
on social media, they will post happy homemaker pictures and stuff like, "Hey, look, I made this tonight." I actually knew a girl. Oh my god, I knew this girl.
Well, that makes sense.
That would post pictures all the time on social media showing, "I made this tonight. I made this tonight. Look, I can cook. Hey, I know how to order out too. I can cook, order out, and be taken out." But I guess they were just trying to like get the guy like, "Oh, I got somebody who could cook for me." So I guess maybe that's their angle of it. Maybe they're all the women. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe when I was on the dating sites, I didn't put up enough food pictures of things I cooked.
Maybe not.
I could cook.
Maybe not. That's a good.
Like
I think I need to. I think Kitty has homework. I started it. Yeah. Instead of the guys. The cats will have homework, but I think I have homework. I'm gonna go in and see what the girls are doing. I've gotten my information mostly from men telling me what's out there, but I've never seen it for myself. So look at you go, girl! Woo! That was a good idea.
So what have these gentlemen told you about women's pictures?
Filters. Angles. And I don't mean bad angles. It means they're using these angles to try to make themselves look better.
Oh my god.
So Kitty Chronicle, my page on Facebook, Kitty Chronicles Facebook. I put out a little what was it, a kitty tip or something like that, I forget, but there was a guys always are wondering, I'll show you my height if you tell me your real weight. So there's this height thing for girls and there's this weight thing for guys, and everybody's trying to minimize on both sides. And I forget what I shared. It was really kind of funny.
I wonder if the weight would include my ass or not, because I got a pretty good big
You got a nice full butt. I had nothing.
That's like some extra.
I got nothing.
But I wonder if that's taken into consideration too.
Well, again, everything is subjective,
That's
right?
true.
Some guys like skinny, some guys like a nice, big round butt.
Maybe
Like
got back.
if baby got back.
got
I
back.
mean, for sure. But again, if we're shopping for a mate and we're talking about first looks,
Yeah.
we're not talking about getting to know this person yet, knowing anything about them really yet, except maybe their stats.
I'm gonna make a suggestion here.
Go ahead.
When you're taking a selfie, ladies or men, you're not like go way up here.
Yeah, that's the angle.
Go up here, way up here, and then you like raise your eyebrows up, and you get this like Bugs Bunny look.
You look like surprised.
You look surprised.
Yeah.
You have all these wrinkles in your forehead and stuff like that. You look surprised.
You don't look like that in real life.
It
And
looks
that's a
like
turn off.
Bugs Bunny.
Yep.
That's not bring it. Bring it down. Bring it down a little bit. And kind of like this, like
Bring
this.
it down.
Bring it down. It
God,
does.
that's hilarious. Okay, yeah, for real, and guys were complaining about that.
Yes,
They get,
it's way
because
too high. Because
well-
here's the thing: they think that it's the higher it goes, that shows you more skinnier and stuff like that. No, it doesn't. It doesn't work.
well,
Bring it down,
but it
show
does
the
a little bit. It does a little bit.
You know what? I have a photographer friend. I love her. She does all my boudoir pictures. Amanda Barbosas. You need to check her out. She does amazing pictures, and she does all my. I've had several boudoir sessions with her. Actually, I'm on her business card. But she has. It's like,
Nice.
yes, I'm on.
Oh,
the
your
business card.
boudoir pictures are amazing,
Thank
girl. Woo!
So
But you can't use those on a dating app, though.
Yeah, you
See,
can use a
that's too,
couple.
well.
the face
If-
and stuff. You can use
if-
a couple.
Keep it classy.
Yes,
If you keep it
Classy,
classy
if you keep it
and
classy.
not trashy, because
Yes.
if you put one out there that looks like that, then you're gonna get the trash. You're
Yes.
gonna get the guys like, damn. I mean, that's you, but that's intimate you,
But here's also the
and
thing
they
is that-
don't get to have intimate you until you're ready for them to have intimate you. Just saying.
right. But what his point is that when she takes pictures, you are like all the kinds of position. It doesn't make any sense. She's like, put your chin out. Yeah. Put your chest forward. Do this. Put your arm like this. Put your arm. and
Turtle.
it's like
My brother says turtle.
It feels so uncomfortable, and you're just like, oh my god, I'm gonna fall out of this position. But when she takes the picture and you look at her,
It's
oh my
amazing.
God,
Yes.
it's amazing because she knows how to make everything
To
work.
pose
She
right.
knows how to pose right to where everything looks good and where it should be and where it's placed out, stuff like that. It feels so uncomfortable.
Well, not
Take
everybody's
it-
going to have a photographer to help. Like my brother's photographer said
Yeah.
the same thing. Like, especially with
But maybe
our
they
age.
should reach out. Maybe we should have a photographer on here for Kitty Corner to talk about how to take some selfies, the best poses. Yes, they're uncomfortable. Yes, it feels
We-
silly, but they look good.
We are definitely going to do that. So Kitty's Corner is a secondary podcast to Kitty Chronicles where we talk about this, and we'll be sitting on Kitty's couch with guests, and I have several friends that have businesses that's going to coincide with all this too. So we can help each other out, but certainly want to talk to those people about these things. How do you get those good pictures, or just little tips about, like my brother said, turtle, meaning, if you're like this, then you're seeing all this, especially the older we get, we've got this turkey neck, right? So if you just go like that, it makes it so much better.
And covers, too.
Yeah, and like all those things, it goes back to what's my favorite E word? Effort. If you put the effort into your profile pictures, and you do it, don't just slam up there, I got this picture of that, and you're on 6 different, Tinder and whatever, 6 different dating apps, and you're using the same pictures. That's fine on the one hand, but it's not going to get you where you want to get. So again, let's just say we are shopping for mates. Once again, we are trying to give you the best advice that we can for you to be successful to find the one. Okay? If you're not interested in that, then piss off. Quite frankly, piss off. This isn't for you.
And we
But-
could be wrong about some things. If we are, you should let us know.
Please let us know in the
our
comments of the kitty
comments,
clips.
yeah.
Of course.
Just let us know. Hey, I just say, okay. How about don't say we're wrong? but to say I disagree with you, and this is the reason why I disagree with you.
Yeah.
And show
Say
tell
what
us
worked for. Hey,
Yeah.
that worked for me. I actually had, my wife now said she loved that about my
Yeah.
profile. So we're basically going on a consensus of the research that I've done, the people, men and women that I've talked to, and what their experiences are, and so that's what we're kind of talking about here. Just trying to help you to do better so that you can get more successful at finding that someone and getting to that actual meet and greet and first date and beyond. First impressions are important, and I'm telling you, I'm 95% of the ones that I've seen, and I've been on and off dating apps for 5 years now. Again, Gen X dating, Gen X age group. Guys, it's bad. Yeah, y'all need help, and we're trying to help. So if you like it, you
You ever
can
been
keep going.
You ever been on more than one dating app and you see the same pictures over and over again?
That's what I'm saying. I see the same. It's like, oh, that dude's on, he's throwing it whatever against to see what sticks on the wall. Like, I get it.
I mean, it's expensive after a while too. I'm just like,
well,
it can get expensive because they say it's free, but really, if you want to they always have these little teaser things.
My ultimate goal with Kitty Chronicles was the origin story is I wanted to create the end all beat all dating app to end all be all date all other dating apps that fixes all the problems, and I'm hoping that if this podcast gets popular enough, I'll be able to do that. But until then, we're going to try to help with dating do's and don'ts. So, which goes to my next question: how old can your pictures be? More than 2 years? More than 3 years? No more than 2 years, or no more than 3 years? Is that what's acceptable? Because
unless you've had a major change, I stopped
like
dieting,
lost a lot of weight, or
lost a lot of weight,
gained a lot of weight.
Gained weight. My hair used to be jet black, and the last 3 years I've let it go to its natural color. Yes, this is my natural color.
I love it.
Thank you. I gave up on the black, and I still get messages from guys saying I like the black better. Well, guess what? I didn't like the maintenance. Yeah. So this is me.
We are low maintenance girls.
So my hair color has changed over the last 3 years. So I think anything that's you get a major change with, don't post that. I mean, that could be something you send to them later if you're messaging, but on your initial thing, show what you actually look like. Now, if you haven't had any major changes, then yes, use any good picture in the last 3 years.
3 years max.
Do not use 10 to 15 years ago.
No.
We find that out, and it pisses us off.
Oh, yes, it does. It's like, I've seen it where, no wrinkles, and then right, that's bullshit. You meet them, and it's like, oh my God, the roadmap that's like on your whole face, like that changes things. And listen, guys, I know we all our age, we've got the fine lines, we've got the wrinkles, we've got the worry lines in our forehead. Unless you go get Botox and get all those things taken away, which is, again, no problem with that. No, I may at some point cave and go do that, but I'm just going to be white hot honest with you. When I got divorced, I got back out there and dating. I was 49 years old, and I'm like, I'm still attracted to what I was attracted to when I married my husband. Like, it's like, and I have kids that are, 25 and 28, whatever now. It's not that I'm attracted to that, but I certainly wasn't attracted to people with wrinkles and all that kind of stuff that to me was like, oh my gosh, I'm out here dating. I'm not attracted to grandpa. I'm not, or what I would have thought that, because I'd been with my husband for 24 years, it was like, okay, now I'm thrust back out here, and the dating pool is old people. But I'm old people. But I didn't want to accept that fact. I'm just keeping it real here. So
I do find
I get it. Well, we'll pick that up later.
I do find some silver foxes pretty attractive, and so I am definitely not into the.
The salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Yes.
Pepper.
Well, like your hair. Like, love it. I guess I was just talking about like wrinkles and stuff like that. So So we were talking about salt and pepper,
Salt and pepper.
yes. But I was getting at more of the sort of wrinkle thing. So I get it. I mean, luckily, in our age group and modern technology and all that, I mean, you can go get, you can fix things in real life, that normal people are using the filters for. So, and I encourage people to do whatever makes them feel good about themselves. But certainly using pictures that are 10 years ago when you looked great and you didn't have all those forehead lines and the all that stuff. First of all, there's quite a few of us that'll go, yeah, picture's old, because you can tell. I mean, we all, unless you've gotten work done, we have fine lines, we have forehead lines, we have, neck wrinkles, we
I
have.
put a lot of cream on my face that keeps that from happening.
Well, you look young.
That's because I drink a lot.
Well, again, you can do things. Again, if you want to drink a lot of water, like there's things we can do. I think a lot of Gen Xers, to be for real, especially when I've gone to my high school reunions, it's like a lot of us really have aged well.
Yeah.
And whether it's modern technology or just taking care of yourself or whatever, things
or maybe
are
sunscreen
different.
and not being out in the sun, because so here's the thing. When I was very young in teenage years and everybody was smoking, I had one person in my life say smoking will cause wrinkles that plastic surgery will never get rid of, and that stopped. I was like, oh hell no!
It causes those fine lines around your.
Gonna need another drink.
That's
well.
But
Oh hell no!
But yes, you're not wrong, and it does that around the mouth, and you can't get rid of those.
That's why I never smoked, because I was like,
healthy lifestyle.
I was too vain, and then I hardly ever go outside because I burned all the time.
Vain.
I'm so vain. I'm very vain.
Okay, so let's get back to the basics on that. No more than 2-3 years, even if you haven't changed that much. Just keep it to that. Especially if there's some really good pics out there that you want to use and reuse. I change mine up. I've got a lot of pictures, and I don't use filters, guys. I just don't, because I like to keep it real. I want to look like what you see is what you get. I think that it might be safe to say that I might get passed up sometimes because they think, because most women use filters. Well, she's got to be using a filter too. She's not going to really look like that in life. And I've been told, at a meet and greet, like, wow, you really do look like your pictures. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm trying to be. I don't want you to meet me and I go to the bathroom and you ditch the date. I've heard men do that. So we're going to talk about that on the next podcast. But it's like, so that's why, again, those pictures are really, really, really important. So keep it to no more than 3 years old. That way, and unfiltered.
Yeah.
If you can, that way, what
you can wear makeup.
They can right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You can wear makeup.
Do your hair. That's not.
Nobody. I mean, you can. I mean, okay.
That's filtered in real life. If you're filtered in real life, meaning you've had the beauty enhancements and you wear the makeup. If you look like that in real life, then that's fine. But don't try to make your pictures look like something that you're not, because when you finally do meet this person, and that's the goal. Mm-hmm. I think, which at least it should be. I don't want text relationships. I'm not looking for.
I mean, I have seen women who try to, on social media, they post pics, and they've done all kinds of, because you can do all kinds of things now with pictures. I found out.
God, yeah.
So you can
AI is scary as hell.
You can
it's cool as hell, but it's scary as hell.
Body shape. You can change your face shape, your chin, everything. All that you can change. And I know women who do that, but when you see them in real life, you're just kind of like, huh?
Yep. Huh. All right, so that leads us to question 4. What should you put in your stats and your bio? What are the important things? So, okay, so let's say I've looked at your profile picture. I've scanned down to the other pictures and like, okay, yeah, good. Or the profile picture might, like, it can go both ways. It could be like the secondary and third and fourth, fifth picture could actually be better than the profile. It shouldn't be, but the profile picture should be the best one. But it's gone both ways. Like I've gone, oh, ooh, I like this guy because this is better.
Right.
Or, oh, no.
So we've got basically we've already gone through your pictures and we're like, okay, we're going to give you a chance. We're going to look a little bit deeper into you.
Right.
So it's
So
like,
what's the
hey,
next thing you
what's
look
the
at?
what's the next step to get us to be like, all right, do I want to send him a little wink, hi, or whatever they do now in these things? I think it's just, a little bio. You don't need to give us a book.
Right.
We
We need to know location.
Yes.
Right.
Location.
Um,
We
need
have
to know.
to decide if we're willing to drive for you.
We need to know. We need to know height.
Nah,
And well,
I'm not a height person.
a lot of women do. What
A lot
I'm
of
saying is, you should put your height in that, because, again, it's not everybody. But stats are important to some people. It's like, and I'll just be honest with you. I'm 5'7". I dated somebody that was 5'8", that was right my height, because everything else was great. But I struggled with that. I just did. I can't help it. My ex was 6'2". I got you get used to what you get used to, and what makes you feel comfortable. So short guys are great. There's nothing wrong with that. But to me, it's like, okay, can we date? You guys are going to hate me for saying this, but I'm just trying to be honest. Can we leave the short guys to the short girls, and the taller girls to the taller guys? I don't know. But
I'm 5'4", so I have a little bit more to work with.
exactly, like what I'm getting with. Yeah, you a little bit shorter girls are easy. If I was shorter, I'd have no problem with
And I don't wear
the
heels
5'8"
because it
guy.
hurts my feet. And I'm old and I like to be comfortable.
I'm on the taller scale of women, I guess. So, but at any rate, my point is that there's certain stats that I think that most people want to see. So that, again, that little kitty share earlier, it's like, okay, women want to see height, guys want to see weight. What's wrong with putting your weight in there? If you really are that, again, we're about not wasting each other's time. If you put that you weigh 135 pounds and you weigh 185, and he comes out and he meets you, the first impression that he's going to have, ladies, is she lied to me. She lied. Or if she didn't put it on her social media, or on her profile, sorry, then she's trying to hide something.
I don't put my weight on my social media.
I'm not saying you have to.
Actually, yeah.
I'm not. Okay. Again, height and weight. I'm not saying they have to be there, but that's what the first thing I look at is location. Then I look at that person's height. Okay. That's just me, and I know it's a lot of women that do that.
I think I look
right or wrong.
I look at location, and then I look at, do you have a job?
Well, right. So that's the third. To me, that's those top things.
Because,
do you have a job? Where do you work or whatever? Do you have kids?
Yeah.
And do you smoke or not?
Because
no smokers for me.
Kelly Cougar is not somebody's sugar mama. I am not gonna. I mean, I'm sure a lot of women feel this way nowadays. We are not your sugar mamas.
Nope.
And so, you have to be able to support yourself in some way.
Right. You don't have to be gainfully employed. You just have to have, if you're not,
you could be retired,
have wealth, whatever. Just be able to pay the bills.
To pay the bills.
Right.
Pay your own bills.
If you don't want to put what you do or whatever, just say, gainfully employed. Whatever, or
retired,
whatever.
Yeah.
And somebody that sits there and says they smoke. I don't like these dating apps that'll say it's occasionally. No. If you smoke occasionally, you're a smoker. You're either a smoker or not. You're now the drinker thing. I think can be a little bit different, because I will put on there occasionally, because I'm a social drinker.
Yeah.
I don't drink every day. Sometimes I'll go months without drinking at all. I don't need to. I just drink when I'm out with my other friends drinking, like, hey there. So that being said, so what I'm getting at is there's those, what I call the stats, that are important to label there, simply because, in the interest of not wasting any time.
Yeah.
Right, Kelly? Like, that's my point. So if there are specific things like height, or like weight, or like smoking, or like, you don't need to live, 5 hours away or whatever, that are important to somebody, if they do like what they see in the pictures at first look, then you want to make sure that those are there, because that could also be a reason why I swipe left. Like, they're, oh, no,
yeah,
left.
And
they smoke, bummer.
Yeah.
And I get upset, because it's like, oh man, oh, this is okay. I would probably swipe. Oh, smoker. Ah, I was just about to. But
Also,
don't lie either. Don't lie.
also, I think that mentioning about if you have kids and they're not, don't post pictures of them, but approximate ages, because
Yeah.
some of us. I remember dating this guy, great guy, but he had a very young child, and we spent a lot of our dates going to some train place in Cincinnati, and I was like, yeah, that was most of our dates because that's when he had custody of his kid. He was visiting and stuff like that, and we would go to this train place because that's where his 5, 6 year old loved to go, which is great. But people, that's not what I considered a date. And
Right.
and at our age, it is in consideration. Do we want to not
Be
be
with
the
some-
role of stepmother? But I mean, because that's a lot of dads. But in the lives of small children, and also adult children too. I mean, adult children can be hard to deal with. They're not
They can
excited
be.
about dad dating or mom dating,
Yeah.
and they can be like give you all kinds of issues.
Oh, it can
about
cause
it.
all kinds of problems. And again, and then now you've wasted your time.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's important. I think you should just say, has adult children or has children under 18.
Yeah.
Really, that's all you need to know, because you don't even. To me, I don't even think you need to say
No,
their
you
age,
can say
this, and
no,
this.
you don't need to list age. You can say that.
Again, we're
They're
talking about
small
first
children.
looks,
Yeah.
just to get to the meet and greet.
Well-
This is just literally to get you to meet in real life if you're
Honestly,
interested.
but if you have small children, I wouldn't want to even waste my time.
I wouldn't either.
If you have
I'm
small
not going to do
children,
that.
no.
Grandkids, when my
Grandkids
kids
are
have
fine.
them, yes.
Grandkids are fine, but small children sometimes. I mean, would you?
No, I'm not. I ain't trying to
At least that's for
raise.
me.
I ain't
We've
trying to
already
raise-
raised our children. We are
Nope.
done raising
Nope.
children.
And there's a lot of men that I talked to. One I talked to recently said the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
they don't, they could go after some of these younger women out there. A good 55-year-old man's looking at a 35-year-old woman, because a lot of you guys do. But in that, most of them still have young kids or are still looking to get pregnant. So you want to go date that 35-year-old and risk getting her pregnant?
Hell no.
Exactly. So we don't know. We have the must-haves and the must-haven'ts, right? So you gotta at least have some of the must-haves in order just to get to that meeting. Then you can decide once you're in person, if there's chemistry, if they lied, if you can smell smoke on them and they say they're not a smoker, now you've wasted my time and you've pissed me off. So be honest about enough things to get you to at least to get your foot in the door again, to get that. To me, it's not a first date. It's a meet and greet when you're meeting on a dating app. You should never ask somebody out on a date. You should, in my opinion, you should never ask somebody to dinner or anything like that. Do a quick 30 meet and greet, and we're going to talk about that in our next podcast. So, next episode.
Because I made a lot of mistakes of meeting somebody for dinner for the first time, and that was not good.
Okay.
Got lots of stories on that.
Well, I had a question number 5 here, but it was talking about should you have other pictures and kids and sisters and friends? And no.
Oh, hell no.
So we already talked about that. So I think we can probably wrap this up a
Yes.
little bit. We've discussed this enough. We will be getting into more details with some of this stuff in our Kitty's Couch, and having lots of people guests on to discuss their experiences and just talk about this stuff a little bit more. But this is just the basics here today. So do we have some homework usually end our podcast with some homework for the men, homework for the women. So my homework for the men is get your profile, and the women, get your profile pictures closer to IRL, in real life. No filters. Don't use filters. And do what I was saying. Have a picture where there's no sunglasses. You're actually smiling. You're actually showing your eyes. And take the hat off. You got what you got. Flaunt what you got. Like we talked about on our first podcast.
Not what you got.
Dress for success. Dress for the part that you want. Take the picture. If you need a buddy to, you don't even have to have a girl. Have a buddy take a picture of you.
I'm gonna
Something
be
that's
honest,
recent.
most guys can't take pictures.
Or a family member, or even a complete stranger. That's a good opportunity to go meet somebody. Hey, I'm terrible with pictures and I'm on a dating app because I'm single again. Could you take a couple of pictures of me in this outfit? Like, what a great idea that is. You could meet somebody and
I've
Who
met
knows?
I've
Not
met
even-
very few guys who can
need
take a good picture.
very, very,
Very few
very,
guys.
very few.
Yeah.
And so that's our advice to you today. So last thing is my joke for the day. The last time I was someone's type, I was donating blood.
I have a universal blood type.
Do you really?
Yes, I have a universal blood type.
Nice.
Everybody just loves me.
Do you donate a lot?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, look at you doing your part for
Doing my
society.
part.
Love it. Okay, well, thank you for tuning in. Check us out next week where we will continue cussing and discussing all the things dating in the dumpster fire. And remember, be your true, authentic self. Be upfront and honest, and always strive to do better, cats. Kitty kisses.